These are dashcam clips that have nothing to do with bad drivers, but are interesting things you might capture while your dashcam is recording. One day I was on a work assignment, which required my arrival at the Pacific Coast 20 minutes before sunrise. This was truly among the very most beautiful mornings I've ever seen. You can see the fog in the air, which will soon thin out. And here's the full moon slowly setting over the Pacific Ocean. I'm gonna let this play out for a minute so you can take in the beauty. Now I'm out of the fog. This bright light out to sea is a fishing trawler. Later that morning, some fog remained. And this was my view. This is the conversation that followed when my wife and I separately saw two different highway numbers, and she almost had me second guessing myself.
I am fine where I am. This lane or that lane. Either one's fine.
She saw this, but I didn't see it. And then I saw this one, but she didn't see it.
This is 580. This is 80. Oh, maybe you do need to be over one.
This is 880.
No, not on that thing that was on the ground. It said 80.
It said 880.
You want? No, you got to get over, don't you?
Nope.
Okay. Oh. Well, that was weird. Why did that thing on the ground just say 80?
Because you could either go to 80 or 880.
Oh, well, it should have said both.
Oh, well.
Actually, it did say both highway numbers for this lane we're in. This was the very worst and strongest smell I've ever smelled while driving. It took me a minute to figure out where it was coming from. Here's a manure truck, and another one, and another, and another, and another. I was following a conga line of poop trucks. Someone here is not being very aerodynamic. No one's going to be hypermiling in that car. Now here's a clever way to move your stuff around.
Oh my god.
It's pretty coincidental for this commercial to be playing on the radio right now. Now here's something you don't often see in America, a right-hand drive car. Someone tell me in the comments below what kind of car this is. Speaking of vehicles, this is the ugliest pickup truck I've ever seen. Between the cheap plastic louvered window and brake light covers, the cheap plastic skirt and strakes that don't quite line up, the fake chrome accents, the tiny wheels, the shoddy paint job, and the double spoiler on a truck? Not to mention these weird Corvette C4 style brake lights.
Jesus Christ, that is just the dumbest looking thing.
Cheap paint job on the back.
Yeah, cheap paint job, tiny little wheels.
I don't think this Dodge Durango is going to be winning any beauty contests either.
The hell?
But what is cool is this big military truck we spotted near Vandenberg Air Force Base while we were driving through Santa Maria. This unidentified animal just narrowly escaped death. Same with this squirrel, who decided to start scurrying across right as I got up to it. I didn't see it until it was almost too late. And that was the sound of my anti-lock brakes. Fortunately, I saw this animal much sooner. Hey! The real star of this clip is this rim bender and tire popper, a huge, wide, and fairly deep pothole.
Oh, God!
Thank you, Caltrans, for keeping our highways in great shape. This baby just isn't having it. But this three-legged dog is doing just fine. This cowboy is enjoying life on the prairie. Gas stations are notorious for robberies and muggings. Even though that sort of thing is exceedingly rare around here, it's still worth discussing. If you've ever watched Active Self-Protection, the host of that channel, who is a self-defense expert, talks about how the vicinity of your vehicle, among other spaces, is called a transitional space because you are in between a safer space you could retreat to and a space where you are fully exposed and vulnerable. The point is, it's a really bad habit to be distracted when you're out in public, and even more so at gas stations and convenience stores. If there was an attacker coming to rob her, she would never see the threat coming because she's buried in her phone. You should always keep an eye on what's going on around you and be situationally aware, and aware of anyone that doesn't seem right. Muggers tend to be opportunistic and tend to go for easy targets. If you're aware of your surroundings and looking around, you're actually less likely to become a victim. And if you can spot danger ahead of time, that attention will work to your advantage. As the host of Active Self-Protection always says, attention buys you time, time buys you options. Meaning, if shady characters are watching you, acting suspicious, or coming towards you, and you see it happening, you'll usually have time to make self-defense decisions. You'll have a chance to either hop in your car and drive away from your attacker, to run away, or to stay and fight your attacker off. But you won't have time to make that decision if you don't see it coming. So moral of the story is, don't bury your head in your phone when you're out in public. Stay aware, and always have a self-defense plan if danger is approaching. Alright guys, there's a lot more exciting content to come, so be sure to subscribe, hit that bell icon, drop a comment below, give us a thumbs up and share. Also, check out some of our other videos. Thank you for watching.